Meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and Dixon medicine specialist. Travis Barker's here tonight, along with his beautiful bride, Shanna, from Meet the Barkers, which I have been watching. Yes, I have.
What do you guys think? I can't wait to hear this.
Well, what do I think?
We've known you for a long time, Travis. Come on.
I'm not. It's just how I pictured you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Travis
That's
is.
cool.
I saw the one where you guys got drunk and vomited, and we're heading to the Teen Choice Awards.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Driving through in and out. They pulled a real power move too. They were in a limo, and they were on their way to like the Teen Choice Awards, and they said to the driver, and Drew, you would have never had to wave us to do this.
I would have thought.
Can you pull through the in and out? And then when they pulled through the in and out, they said to the guy, could you front us $20?
We didn't have no money.
No, we only had a $100 bill, and In-N-Out won't break $100 bills, so we needed like a $20 bill.
Well, you got to talk.
Okay, I wasn't surprised if we didn't have any money that morning. You know what I mean? Like, that's happened before, too. But
yeah,
you know those mornings, like the next day, and mind you, I hadn't thrown up since I was 12, and it was from, like, the flu, you know?
Oh, really?
So this is my first big throw-up from alcohol.
You haven't thrown up from booze?
No,
like,
never
I like to
gets
smoke.
sick.
That was always my thing.
Right.
You know, drinking came later. Like, her and I developed a little drinking habit.
Okay. Well, now, how old are you now, Travis?
I'm 29.
29 in your first vomit from booze.
Yep.
Wow.
Well done.
And now, what do you think the over-under on Travis's first vomit from booze?
What would I
age?
predicted?
What age? You would have said 13.
Yeah, 13, 12, something like that.
12, 13.
Yeah.
But 29 he made it to.
No, I did different things when I was 13 that were way worse that I turned green and got rushed to the hospital for.
But still never vomited.
No vomiting.
Wow. All right, and by the way, Drew, let me ask you about vomiting. You know, people they're fine their whole career, and then all of a sudden their shoulder pops out of socket, and then it pops out 4 months later.
Is vomiting
it
the same
loosens
way?
up. Are they loosened up now? Can they vomit more?
They're in the vomit realm.
So it's game on with the vomit. All right, Shayna and Shayna. Now let's see the other episode. I've seen a few of. Well, how many have aired? 4?
Do you see my beautiful wife modeling?
Yeah, I saw the Playboy.
Oh, he's putting it on now, boys. Wow.
I saw Shayna down modeling her clothing line, I guess, or putting her clothing on models.
Yes.
Over at the Playboy pictorial place over there.
Yeah, Studio West.
Yes, which I've been to, Drew. Oh, yes.
It's fun, huh? They have all those cool centerfolds.
They got a little segment called Something for the Ladies, and it was just me in a banana hammock. You know, back at the Man Show. I got a lot of positive notices.
Sort of your Burt Reynolds pose. Nice.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's your torso.
Yes, you guys. All right, so what else? Let's see. You got the kids. Got the. Although I got to say, we were watching the show and we saw the kid with the semi-mohawk, and my wife was not pleased. She said, "No, you don't give a child a mohawk."
He was actually skinned.
No, he has
that was grown out.
He has a good old-fashioned traditional mohawk if you put it up, but I mean, he's one. I'm not going to put hairspray on the kid. You know?
Right.
We do it once in a while.
Holidays, we put it up. Yeah.
But no hairspray.
Well,
Adam,
Drew, I've said this many times. If and when I have kids, I'm just going to buzz them, twice a year until they're like 5, and then they can start doing their thing.
Yeah,
but why get into? You don't want head lice and all that crap, chewing gum in there, and twigs. Just buzz it off.
Girls, boys, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't need to pay. Taking the kid to Fantastic Sam's and paying $9.
Yeah, we do it at home together.
I do it myself.
You give him a lollipop, and he has no problems.
I wish my folks would have done that. Would have cared enough to give me a mohawk. Yeah. All right. So Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock. What's going on with Blink 182? Are they broken up? Hiatus? What's up?
It's kind of a wrap for right now.
Is there?
It's transplants time. It was always transplants time. It was planned for years.
Right.
But 4 years ago we took a break, and Tom and I did Boxcar.
Right.
Now, 4 years later, Mark and I are doing a project called Plus 44. Tom will probably do a solo project, and then
I have a really big dick.
and then maybe we'll come back and make more music.
but everyone's cool.
Yeah,
Everyone's
absolutely.
happy?
Yeah, no one's mad at each other. Like no bitterness or anger.
You know, I wonder. Financially, people don't think it's a good idea to break up the band, but you take a few years off and then you make your big comeback. Yeah,
Especially when you got another thing going.
Yeah. I mean, from these bandmates, and then you make your big comeback. Yeah. All right. Where were we, Drew? What was I thinking about?
I don't know.
Let me tell you guys.
Oh,
what
no.
I know. Do you guys hate getting up in the morning? I saw your show. It's horrible.
It's me.
It's the one thing. It's the one thing I can never get used to.
Because we
know
never
what I
get
mean?
enough sleep. The mornings are great. It's just if you sleep.
No, but not. Yeah, I mean, not getting. Getting.
way
Sleeping 4 hours.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm saying in life. There are a lot of things from braca flour to sort of doing your work that you couldn't tolerate many years ago, but you're used to it now as an adult. You've overcame. But the getting up early is as painful as it was the first day I had to do it to go to school as it was this morning when Bernie Mac I had to do the Bernie Mac show today. I was doing 2 days. They gave me no call time, so I went to bed at my usual 2:45. Phone rang at 6:45.
And you didn't have the phone off the hook or the ringer off?
I did have the ringer off, yeah.
See, I
How did
feel
it
your
ring?
pain, but Trav gets up at like the crack of dawn, and he's already exercised and did
vomited.
But I do agree.
work.
If you
No,
only
he's
get,
run
like
like
4 hours,
companies. He's doing like
Yeah.
record
You
label
know what
stuff
I mean?
and band stuff, and his clothing label. And by the time I wake up,
He's so much
for
more
lunch.
man than I am. I get it. I'm a puss.
No, but it does suck. It does suck if you don't get enough sleep.
I hate getting up in the morning. I hate it.
How did you get up if there's no phone ringer?
Well, because here's what happened. Remember I said the Bernie Mac set is a pretty laid-back set? Mm-hmm. They're so goddamn laid-back, they never called me the day before and gave me a call time, and my call time was 6:30 a.m. at Griffith Park.
No.
Yes. Phone rang at 10 to 7, and I figured, I could hear it in the distance. I figured something must be up. I woke up. It's my agent. He said, "Where are you?" It's like, do you have to ask where someone is, by the way, at 6:45 in the morning?
When you answer it at your home, that he called.
Where am I? I'm fly fishing. I'm in Vermont. What do you mean, where am I? I'm in bed. I got a boner. I'm not going any. It's dark outside. What do you mean, where am I? It's 6:30. No one ever called me. Well, they need you. There's 80 extras doing a marathon scene. The whole trucks, the whole lights. Everyone's just sitting there waiting for me in the first scene. I look like the world's biggest a-hole rolling in at 7:45. No one ever told me. But I'll tell you something that's good. You know what's better? We got to invent
That to me is like the worst dream I could ever have. Do you ever have bad dreams when people don't know your lines or I can't even tolerate thinking about what you did.
Well, here's the thing. And I still think it's better if you go to bed like I do at 2:30 every night, and you have to get up at 5:30 or 6 to make a 7 a.m. flight. It's better just to have the phone ring and wake you up and have that adrenaline surge and hit the ground running than it is to go to bed with the knowledge that you're only going to get a few hours sleep. You keep looking at the clock. How do we do that? How do we invent that alarm clock?
The one that the one that injects you with adrenaline.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe electric shock.
No, it just erases your mind from knowing. No, you can't know that you're going to wake up
and masturbate.
Really?
Yeah, and it clears your head.
I'm all tapped from before going to bed. That's my problem. And,
you got to switch it up sometimes.
I'm not 29 anymore, Travis. I got a little fracture.
No, I don't. I can though, but no, I don't.
Oh, impressive.
I did when I broke my hand though.
Oh, you got that.
Adam's been worried about that. He's always afraid he's going to break his
No,
hand.
You know what? It feels like someone else is touching you for the first couple of weeks while you used it. You get used to using your new hand.
I dig these someone else touching you. The problem is it's a dude's hand.
I know.
I think I'm getting raped in prison. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just thinking how poor Shanna doesn't know how men work. No. Being exposed to this for the first time.
She does not. But I imagine Travis is a drummer would be pretty good on his stick with either hand. You got to be good with both hands and the foot. You got to be able to do that.
Good rhythm.
Travis, can you sing and drum?
I've never tried.
I'm always amazed at the guys who sing and drum. I just go, you could do it.
Playing the piano and singing too, it'd be hard.
Yeah, but drumming is just like I don't know.
Physical,
yeah, physical. All right. Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock, everyone. trying to think what other
it's going to be
episodes
competing
I've
with
seen.
my show.
Drew, what's your show? Well,
Wednesday night, 10 o'clock.
No one's going to watch.
Oh,
Come on.
Hey, what show's that?
I got a show at Discovery Health Channel starting in June.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Listen,
Congratulations.
different demo. Here's
Different
the deal.
demo indeed.
You two will divide the country right down the middle.
You're right.
We'll share.
Yeah. 145 million will watch Drew's show, and 145 million will watch Meet the Barkers.
That would be great. But I got to have you guys on my show, and you can promote your show,
Oh,
and we'll
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, where are you guys? Are you guys out in Orange County? Or
No. We live in Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
LA proper?
Yeah. We. I moved here like right when we got pregnant. Like right before we had Landon. I moved here and I never left.
I can. We'll talk off there because I'm trying to figure out where their house is because I see it on the show. I don't want to tell on the air what street or anything.
I'll tell you afterwards.
We'll find out. And also,
You thought it was Orange County.
well, I had that vibe.
Yeah, I would say, nowhere in Los Angeles I can think of that looks like Orange County.
I also, things were neat and clean.
New.
Yeah.
New, that's Orange County.
Yeah, like I pull up to my house and there's a bum on fire every night. That's how I know where my house is. I tell people, there's no address. Look for the flaming bum. You urinate on him, put him out, and then you just honk the horn. I'll open the gate. That's how it works. Look for the flaming bum. Bum. All right. Where were we?
Taking calls.
Oh, yeah. But no, I wanted to say one other thing. Oh, I also saw Travis. I started to sound like a stalker now, but I think I was watching Cribs the other night, and it was the car. It was the whips and dubs and rides version, and Travis was out looking at like
It's a lot of
Maybachs.
airtime. That's old.
So many people come up to me and talk to us about that, though. It's so funny.
It is old because I saw it like 2 years ago too, I think,
Yeah,
and
me
then
too.
I saw it last night. But he was looking at the Maybach, and he was looking at Lamborghini.
He just got a new
Murcielago.
Cadillac, actually, a 76.
Yeah, I got a 76 Eldorado, like
Oh,
mint
really?
condition, has like 6,000 original
That's
miles.
really beautiful.
6,000 original miles?
We take the family out in it.
What
It's
color?
awesome.
What color
It's
is it?
white.
Red interior?
It's white with red interior. Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Oh, that's perfect. It's the way to
That's
go.
like my daily driver right now. That's all I
He
drive.
takes Sunday drives.
So you never bought any Maybachs or Diablos?
Here's my thing. I really, really, really am passionately in love with the Phantom, but I feel like a jerk owning that car, you know?
Yeah.
Until I've bought, like, everyone in my family, everyone I love, everyone who needs help, like cars, I don't feel right having one of those.
Oh, really?
I like that.
I don't know.
I'd buy one in Brody on my dad's lawn.
But that's a mean car. I love that car.
It looks good. Gwen,
Hello?
17?
you're 17?
Yeah.
What's up?
Basically, I have... Oh, by the way, Dr. Drew, I saw you on Friday.
Friday.
At Santa Monica. I yelled, "What's up, Dr. Drew?"
Oh, yeah, thanks. That was fun.
Yeah.
I found the commercial.
Never heard that before.
Yeah.
Basically, I was just wondering, because all you guys talk about is what sluts guys are and how all they want is ass. And can I say ass?
No.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
All right.
So, the sluts they are, and basically, I was hooking up with my boyfriend, and I went, to do what every good girlfriend should, and he said to not do it.
No, are you talking about oral sex?
Yeah.
Travis said that to me, too.
No.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was like, I don't really like oral sex. Like, I love foreplay, but I don't want to have oral sex. It doesn't do anything for me.
Whoa.
And then
I
she
just took the right girl.
Yeah, she did some magic with her mouth, and things changed, and now I love it. But
Now he's like a monster.
yeah, some guys don't get off on it though. I didn't get off on it.
It made
Can't
he's not
stop
into
him
that.
now.
I didn't get off on it for like 15
baby.
years.
He's an animal.
Some guys just need, I think, a little coercing or just relaxing and to get, because some guys I think get really nervous.
Yeah. And that's how I am when Miss USA 1995. She's got a bag. Just say, please, ain't going to do it.
Maybe you can coach Travis on how to receive.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you.
Wait, listen.
I'll tell you what, Travis. I don't like to brag. I mean, you do your thing. That's fine. You do your little thing on the drums, whatever, MTV. No one receives oral like the Ace Man.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of guys brag on how they can pleasure a woman. That ain't my bag. My bag is receiving, and I say nobody does it better. Nobody, Drew. If there's a guy who can receive oral better than me,
bring him on.
I haven't met him. I'll tell you that. So I'll take on all comers, as they ridiculously say. I'll show you some of my moves. This is, and here's the thing: I don't push too hard. I just kind of lean back. Like
look at this one. Behold. There it is.
And then I might toss in one of these.
The visuals right now.
Once in a while, just throwing a. Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, really.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, top that.
At that point, do they stop giving you a blowjob?
No. He keeps going. I mean, he
keeps going.
She'll go. Yeah, true. That's my form. Travis, here's the thing about Travis. So surprising. You would have figured he would have vomited from booze by the time he got out of grade school, and you would have figured he was a huge fan of oral sex. But as it turns out,
nay.
No, now I am though.
Now he's like an
but I have to say, for 15 years, I wanted nothing to do with it. I just wanted to.
Huzzah to that.
I wanted to get down. I didn't want you doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know the girls, but if it's your old lady,
right?
Yeah, I spent 10 years of just not having a girlfriend and being promiscuous. But now that I have an old lady, I don't know. You learn to love other things that you didn't know about.
To me, being in a rock band and being on the road and getting a little BJ, that to me, that's why I would start the band. That's what we'd call. We'd be called the BJ Receivers. That's the whole name of the band. Bust be shaped like a giant penis.
Be shortened to the Receivers eventually.
Yeah, we've called the Receivers. Yeah. That's not a bad name for a band.
The Receivers.
Is there a Receivers?
Absolutely. I don't think so.
I know what the ladies like. They like giving me oral. Whose clothing line is it? Is it Shayna's or Travis's?
I started my clothing line in 1999, and I was always designing the girls' stuff as well as the guys' stuff. And then when Shanna and I got together, just kind of organically happened. She had a bunch of ideas, so I turned over the girls' stuff. And mind you, I wasn't doing a rad job designing girls' clothes, Yeah, but she kills it. She really excels.
It was bold, I guess, to even do it. Most people, most guys just do T-shirts and shorts and stuff for other guys, right?
Yeah, you know what though? It's so my clothing line it's an outlet for me. It's so different than all the band stuff. I love fashion. I love Versace. I love Dolce & Gabbana. I love Chanel. I love
You're
Gucci,
gay.
You know what I mean?
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but you wear the same shirt every single day.
I know, but am I a scumbag? Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But am I inspired and am I influenced by that stuff? Yeah.
So you're like a guy who loves art that has no paintings in your house.
Oh, he's painting.
No, I have a lot of paintings. No, but some stuff like that, yeah. I do look like a scumbag.
Right.
I do look. I do wear the same T-shirt every day.
I know. Travis. No, that was
he washes. He does all his own laundry though, and he washes them himself every night before he goes to bed. He's like.
Why aren't you doing his laundry?
Because he really enjoys it.
I like doing that.
He likes doing. I would do it for him, but he actually gets a great pleasure. It's almost like he meditates when he does it.
Wow.
So.
And I feel weird. I feel weird dressing nice all the time. I just feel like
But he does dress up every now and then. We'll have date nights and.
Oh really?
Yeah, I have rad Versace suits and stuff, and we'll just go out to dinner, and I'll get in a suit for that night or whatever.
Where do you go out?
We go to Mr. Chow's. We go to Matsuhisa. We go to.
We like to try new restaurants.
Yeah, we have so many
places.
Yeah, we go out to eat pretty much every night though.
I suggested date night with my wife too, and. She didn't know it meant I was going out with somebody.
Right.
Oh, at first she was excited, and I was like, "Wow,
angry.
what a player! She's taking this. What a trooper! She's taking this great. I thought it was going to be a tough sell, but turns out date night was easy, and then I stepped out. All right, let's take ourselves another call, and
or 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Let's see. It's masturbating. I don't need any of that.
I want to talk to him.
Callie? Oh, it's a her. Callie?
Hi.
20, what's up?
I called Dr. Drew about 2, maybe 3 years ago, and he said that he thought I was bipolar. And then, of course, I didn't listen to him, and I started getting heavy into drugs and ended up being a heroin addict. And about a year ago on Christmas Eve, I came home and told my parents, and got totally sober and started going to a doctor, and he said I was bipolar also. And I'm on all these medications now, but the one that scares me the most is Adderall. And it's a methamphetamine, pretty much, that all my friends used to sell,
Yeah, if you're in an abstinence program,
Well, see, I didn't even do that. I just was stubborn, went home, like, threw up, sweated out, and for a year I've been sober. So I didn't.
You're not on methadone. You're not on Subutex. You're not on.
Well, she's on her parents' sofa.
Hang on. You're not on Klonopin or any of these things.
Nope.
What are the medicines they're giving you?
Wellbutrin, Lamictal, and Neurontin for sleeping. They're all like stroke medicines.
All right, that's very cool. Those are medicines that will not hurt you. Adderall will reactivate your disease. Please do not take them. Yeah, I've seen disasters on Adderall.
Really?
And all of this.
I think I like that
drugs.
one, right?
I'm turning like into a tweaker. I'm losing all this weight. And
oh,
you're taking the Adderall. Oh, yeah. You go to listen, Callie. Go to Narcotics
Anonymous. Why do it alone?
Go to NA. Get a sponsor. You can get some support and have people to talk to about this when you have questions. You have to call radio. You're not going to stay sober without a program. It just doesn't work that way. You've done a great job so far. Taking care of yourself. Take it all the way home.
Shanna.
Yes.
You, where are you from? You were crowned Miss USA in '95?
Yeah, I'm originally from Rhode Island.
Oh my
Barrington
God.
Province,
Rhode Island
Island.
week for us.
Yes.
Wow. Quahog?
Yeah.
Oh,
Steph
Steffi,
McFarland
Steph Quahogs. They're so good. They don't have them here. But I was actually Miss USA. New York, Miss New York for Miss USA.
Ah.
Yeah.
And I had
95?
Yeah.
95, yeah. I'm dating myself.
Well, you're a kid. All that missed stuff.
Did Trump own that thing then? Was it?
No, actually, he Madison Square Garden the following year he took over. Yeah. That's why I moved to Los Angeles, and actually when he took over, the girls now go to New York and they stay in the Trump Towers. And, yeah, pretty cool.
Brandy, Drew was a judge on one of those.
You were? Oh, I love to watch him, and I'd like judge him at home. I would love to be a judge. They're fun.
Your name, Shana. Does everyone call you Shanna?
They all call me Shanna, Shauna, Sheena, and sometimes Gina.
Has it always been Shana?
Shana, yeah, my whole life. But they say like Shana Putum or Shana Madel, but
why the two N's?
I don't know. My mom and my dad did it.
How do you spell the name Shanna?
The same way you spell Shana. That's what's confusing.
All right, you gotta put like an umlaut
one of those
over
little things over the
You gotta make up your own sign, Ma.
Yeah,
like,
little thing over the.
Yeah, just you put that dash over the A. That'll work. Is what, Drew? What do you want?
I'm just thinking, put her on hold before you hang up on her.
Brandy.
Hi.
Brandy, you're 24. You hate masturbating?
Well, it's not the fact that I hate it. It's just the fact that it just doesn't do anything for me.
Okay, well, Shana needs to talk to you about this. Clearly, she has some feelings about this.
Yeah.
She recoiled. She bristled.
Yeah, maybe she can turn you out like she did with Travis and oral.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Spin
saying.
you around. Hey, guess what? I don't like oral either. What do you say? Drew, you're not a fan of it either. I'll turn you. All right, Engineer Chris, you're not a big fan of the oral either, everybody? No. All right, well, you got three guys.
Right.
Travis is here tonight. Shana is here tonight. Meet the Parkers, MTV, 10 o'clock, Wednesday nights. Same time Dr. Drew shows on, everybody.
Good times.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew, Travis, and Shannon. Don't call me Shanna Barker.
It's okay. No, it doesn't bother me.
I love that.
Shanna Lane Barker.
I love that. People don't care that much about their names. It really could have been Shanna. Your parents could have been thinking Shanna.
I was actually, my parents were actually, my mother's Portuguese, my dad's Irish, and I was, they thought I was a boy and I was going to be Shane. And because I was a girl, they just said Shane, no. So a lot of people think it's, they think it's Yiddish, or they think,
Gaelic for something, who knows?
Yeah.
No, it means talk strangers into oral.
And
he wasn't my stranger.
I was pretty much a stranger.
No.
Like, from the time she met me, she was trying to do that.
Oh, shut up. You are so bad.
Travis, it's smart to just announce, listen, I'm just not into that sort of thing. Sorry to disappoint. Because women, here's the thing about women.
But I like it now. Let it be known to the world. I love it now.
Noted.
He's obsessed with it now.
It's crazy.
When is about...
I think as you get older, stuff changes, though, too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
I turned into a freak, after the age of, 25. Went elsewhere,
For me and Drew now, just powder. Just a big poof of powder.
I saw a ghost come out of Adam once.
Yeah, well, that was my fifth one. There wasn't anything left. It was my soul. It was was a ghost of Whacker's past. Yeah, took me back. Made me see how the future was going to be without masturbation.
Without it, you were doing the same thing. 40 years ahead.
Yeah, the ghost of Christmas past just took me back, and every scene I was just beating off.
4 years ago, 4 years ahead, same.
Yeah, no need to do this anymore. All right, where were we? Brandy? Yeah, Meet the Barkers, 10 o'clock, Wednesday nights. I give it my seal of approval.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Oh, good.
I enjoyed it. I'm really starting to think that if you took a interesting looking couple and who had interesting lives, I don't mean interesting in like in a bad way, I just mean you took a good looking couple who had a cool life and you mixed in a little stress and a little vomiting and you captured it with a camera, I would watch it.
How many weeks did you film for them?
They actually filmed this for a year.
Hey.
Yeah,
It doesn't happen
there's
weird,
a lot
though,
like
when did you stop?
being covered.
Like in the beginning,
January?
Yeah, in the beginning, it wasn't even like we were just like, "Hey, we'll let you film some stuff." A friend that does Diary and all those shows came to me and he goes, "Yo, that footage from Launch, which was like the making of the last Blink record, of you and your wife and your newborn son was amazing. You know, I think there's something there." And then this one was like, "Honey, I think it'd be awesome." Blah blah blah.
I just thought it'd be something fun for us to do together because he's away a lot, you know.
I woke up, I said, "Yeah," one day, and then they filmed like everything for a year, and they've had like 10 or 12 episodes done like 6 months ago.
There's a lot of our lives on tape, but it's really cool too. It's really nice to see the footage they have us getting our marriage license, which is kind of
like we have our son's first steps, like us getting our marriage license, like us on our honeymoon. It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
He was scared he was going to miss his son's first steps while he was away on tour.
Because I would leave and I would come back 2 months later and Landon would look at me. He had no idea who I was. That was hard on me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah. Maybe it was all the crazy tats and piercings.
Yeah, maybe it was the new tattoos.
Yeah.
But then after a day, he remembered me.
And how did you, didn't you break your ankle or have your foot in a cast?
Yeah, I was in Australia, and I remember I called her, and I go, "Yo, Ma, I think I twisted my foot. Like, you know, whatever. I'm just at the doctor's. I'm going to see what's happening." They're like,
it's a long, hard year with
like,
that ankle.
"You somehow broke, 12 bones in your foot."
It's called
you
a
broke,
Liz Frank fracture.
Yeah, every tendon, every ligament. It's called a Liz Frank fracture.
They only
your
see it in
bones,
motorcycle and football injuries.
Yeah, your bones, your ligaments, and your tendons break simultaneously. So that happened one morning, running to the bus, like showing off, carrying a bunch of bags, like, and I tripped. And then that
2
night,
surgeries later.
I had like laughing gas. I had a bunch of painkillers, and I played a show that other night with my other foot, and then
it worked.
Just continued. Yeah, it worked.
But he didn't want to go to surgery. It was really hard to get him there.
It was hard for me because they go, "Yo, this isn't a normal fracture." I saw 5 specialists, and they all go, "I only see like one of these a year." And it's some dude who, got pounced on a motorcycle or, something really awful, like a football player.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of hope in the beginning, I was kind of freaking out.
Did you have to use like that Def Leppard drum kit or something?
No, what I did is I set up a double bass pedal and I just minus the right pedal, so it was just my left foot, and I'd go back and forth between my hi-hat.
He did the whole tour with his other foot. It was really
I toured
cool.
like 6-7 months like that. It was good though, man. It was mentally, I couldn't sit home and just go, "I can't do it." You know what I mean? It wouldn't be good for me.
And what'd you do? Did you hit a pothole when you were running, or you just turn your ankle?
Yeah, it was like, those sidewalks that are like broken or whatever, like crooked. Yeah.
Right. You just whack.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, like literally steps before the bus too. And I was in the bus and I was like, "Yo, you guys, I felt hard." And they're like, "Just walk it off, walk it off."
Yeah.
So I'm walking through the entire airport with my backpack, my bags,
my God. Yeah.
and then it just starts swelling and I can't even move, and then.
Yeah.
In the hospital, I wish we had the cameras. In the hospital, when he came out of surgery, he was screaming like it's a conspiracy on my foot.
They gave me morphine.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
I had morphine
Like
to help you, not to
24
make you
hours,
money.
yeah. But it made me kind of crazy, kind of loopy
He
after a
couldn't
while.
pee, you guys. He couldn't pee,
Put a
and you have
catheter in.
no idea.
She didn't tell me though. Like I knew I was going into surgery. I'd never been into that big of a surgery before. Didn't failed to tell me she was inserting something into my penis.
Yeah,
So I woke up.
Yeah.
Oh, morphine.
What do you think happens when you're on the operating table? You just peel over everything?
I thought it was going to, the doctor said it was going to be a 15 to 20 minute surgery. It ended
was
up
like
being a
4
4-hour surgery.
Wow.
So I didn't know any of this. So I wake up for whatever reason, I'm hard as a rock because I've got to pee so bad. I'm trying to pee and it's not working. I'm looking at Shane and I'm like, honey, what's going on?
He's like yelling at the nurse.
The nurse
like,
comes in. I'm naked. On top of it all, I'm
running
hard.
water,
I'm like,
trying to get him to, like, you know, relax.
Wow.
I was like, get out, I'm naked. I'm trying to pee.
Where were the cameras?
I know.
It was so
But it was an adventure, man. But yeah, morphine's, it's not good.
No, well, because you like it. True,
Yeah.
morphine, very addictive.
Makes
yes.
them nutty, very addictive, yes.
Yeah.
Now, some people, does morphine make everyone nutty?
No, it affects people differently. Some people feel horrible. I have some people start sobbing on it.
Oh, really?
They hate how they feel.
Is that when you give them the bill, or?
No, it's just a before.
Okay.
And then some people feel incredibly euphoric, and they're sort of
others
out
get
of
a
it
boner
in
and
a
yell
good
at
way.
nurses.
Other people start, get paranoid and start running around. And
He was like up and down. He was great at one moment, and then he was kind of, you know, low at others.
Brandy?
Hi.
All right, so we were talking about masturbation doing nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, all right, that's your thing.
So can I ask what she does? Like,
Shannon's going to help you.
Good question.
like, what have you tried?
Well, I've tried. You know, I've even talked to my girlfriends and stuff like that about the whole the clit stimulation thing and all that kind of stuff. And
you did or you didn't?
Did.
I've talked to them about it, and I tried it, and it just doesn't work. I try to touch it, and it just doesn't. It doesn't feel good. I don't like the way it feels. It just makes me squirm, and it makes me feel like, it makes me think, I don't know, it's basically the same feeling I get when I have a bladder infection. So it's just like, I don't, like, how does
you got to
really
kill
like
yourself.
So.
How about when...
Shanna just wrote that on a dry erase board and held it over her head. I'm just saying what she told me to do
How
as a
about
woman.
when you have sex?
When I have sex, well, I don't know, it doesn't really come into contact with, whenever I have sex with somebody, it doesn't really come into contact with...
Are you able to have orgasm during sex?
Usually not. No, it is very hard. Almost every boyfriend that I've ever had, they've called me the hardest woman in the world to please.
But when you are able to, what does the guy have to do?
The only thing I found that I get off on is the penetration. I actually have to have the penetration. Nothing else will get me to orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
And it has
Have you used toys though when you masturbate? Have you
do what?
Have you tried toys?
I've tried toys, and
you can masturbate not, using clitoral stimulation.
Yeah,
but
what I do.
The only thing I'll do is if I wanted to do that, I'll just take the dildo and I'll just use it on myself, but I don't do anything with the clit just because I just don't like the way it feels.
All right, hold on a second. Randy, I'm a champion voice reader. You're 24. You sound like you're 44-year-old Vietnam nurse who chain smokes. What happened? Is your dad like an alcoholic? You had to start taking care of him when you were 5 or something?
No.
What's so hard about your life?
No,
Something's going on.
I just have a low voice.
No,
I don't smoke. I don't do anything.
No. Where's your dad?
I'm currently actually living with my dad at the moment because I've got a crap job and I don't have enough money to be able to move out. But
where's your mom?
My parents got divorced when I was 1, and she's living with her husband now, over on the other side of town. I still get to talk to her, as often as I want to. And
who raised you?
But I've lived with my father my whole life.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I have no idea why my dad got custody of me when...
well, it means your mom was a drug addict or something. I mean, that's...
No.
Shana, chime in. Hold on a second. As a mother, God forbid you two ever get divorced.
Yes.
It's never going to happen. But the point is could you imagine just leaving your kids and moving across town and, letting Papa raise the kids? I mean, as a female, you have to pry kids away from their mom. And the mom that just says, I'll move across town, I'll see you when I can,
means something.
Something's screwed up. She's into drugs. She has some serious mental issues. You don't just take a mom. It's like, hey, nice knowing you. Dad's a good guy. I'm sure he'll do a yeoman's type job raising you. I'll be over here if you need me. Show me a report card every once in a while.
There's your grandma.
Oh, that's true. True. Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to pop the scab off? Just when it scabs over, you got to pop it off, and then you got to rub rock salt in my wounds. See, your little jokes hurt. They hurt. Your jokes hurt. Brandy?
Huh?
Okay. Why didn't your mom raise you?
I honestly don't know. When my parents got divorced, my dad and I moved back in with his parents, my grandparents, and basically it was the four of us in a house until I was about 7.
She had a grandmother that probably was the mom figure.
All right.
I don't get heavy trauma from that.
Not heavy trauma, just heavy early responsibility.
Yeah,
or something.
I do get nursing type vibe.
Are you a nurse?
No, I'm just a cashier at the moment.
What's at the hospital? Look at people decide they're going down a certain path and just keep going.
No, I'm for the time being I'm just a cashier at a grocery store. But
and your dad, what's he do?
He's a teacher.
And he didn't drink.
All right, here's the deal, Brandy.
No.
It's fine that you have trouble masturbating that way. Lots of women have. Every woman is different with this material. Some women need to, correct me if I'm wrong, Shanna, but when you're starting out, you need to sort of figure out how to create a emotional or experiential environment where these things sort of work.
Absolutely.
And you can't just look at a picture and get, most women, some can, but most can't just look at a picture and get aroused like a man can. And unless they're aroused, it is uncomfortable to have clitoral stimulation. So you have to sort of get that sort of arousal mechanism going.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I mean, when you do it, do you do something sexy, like run a bath, like candles?
By the way, to a guy
who's living in her dad's house, relax.
We all hear what Charlie Brown's teacher.
She's living back at home, so it ain't going to work because Dad's moping around the house.
Well, I've even tried, doing the whole phone sex thing, and they talked me into trying it, but, and even that doesn't work. I just don't know.
Hold on, who are you having phone sex with?
Oh, it was just one of my friends that. It was like, I think it was an ex-boyfriend or something. It was a few years ago. I don't really remember.
You don't know who you're talking to.
You have no idea.
Did she ever have anyone that she could talk to, like, openly about that?
All right, hold on.
Okay,
I'm done with Brandy. Brandy, I'm done with you. With your BS answer, you don't know who you're having phone sex with.
It was a guy that I was talking to on the internet, and he called, and I gave him my phone number.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Brandy, you need yourself a boyfriend. You need a relationship. You need to get a job better in cashiering, and you need to move out of the house. You need to move forward and stop focusing on your clit. Let me handle your clit. All right? You focus on your job. I'll focus on your clitoris. We'll get right along.
Well, even
all right, it's enough. And let me tell you something about women.
Tell us about women.
They come in all different shapes and sizes. They're all different. I've been with women who couldn't have an orgasm with intercourse, and I've been with women who couldn't have an orgasm with intercourse. I've been with women who couldn't have an orgasm with oral, and I've been with other women who couldn't have an orgasm with oral.
And occasionally those are good. And very, very occasionally.
No, not really. That's my gamut. Once in a while, I've been with a woman who couldn't have an orgasm with oral, and it couldn't have an orgasm with intercourse, and then I've been with other women who couldn't have an orgasm with intercourse and couldn't have an orgasm with oral.
So what do you think?
So I'm all, I'm saying they range.
It's a spectrum.
They range from A to B and everything in between with
cornucopia of Carolla.
That's right. All right.
But no orgasm.
All right. And Brandy's fine. Brandy's fine.
I find it interesting that I had a completely neutral to positive response to her, and you had a completely negative, hostile reaction.
Well, here's what it is. They're sort of old souls.
No, I get that.
And she was put upon early.
I get that, but she wasn't dumping that on you, though. She didn't dump it on me anyway.
Listen, I don't.
Most people dump that, when they got that stuff.
I'm not a septic tank, Drew. I don't get dumped upon.
Oh, but I do.
I'm a tank. I collect things.
I'm a
yes.
porta-pole.
Yeah, you're porta potty.
Yeah.
I'm one of those metal detectors you see the old guy with on the beach.
Oh,
I'm out combing for stuff.
Got it.
No, it was funny that she was raised by her grandparents.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes,
because I got the old...
Yes, the old vibe.
She's 24. I got the old vibe. She's raised by 6-year-olds.
That's right. That's interesting.
All right. Let's take ourselves a little break. See, I am a genius. I tell you, I've been with all kinds of women.
Some that have no orgasm.
Some can have orgasm with it, and others...
No orgasm with direct stimulation, no orgasm with oral sex.
All over the place.
And some with no orgasm, oral sex, no orgasm with intercourse.
Or direct stimulation of clitoris. So I've been with them all.
Look like a man.
Yeah, we'll take ourselves a little break. Barker's here tonight, Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock, MTV. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Who's in tomorrow? Nobody's in tomorrow. Thank Christ.
I'll be in Chicago tomorrow.
Oh, really? Yeah, good riddance. Shayna's here tonight. Travis here tonight for Meet the Barkers, MTV, 10 o'clock, Wednesday nights. Very enjoyable show. I watched this show and I watched that dangerous cargo show, the crab fishing show. Oh, Arctic ice crab
Those guys
fishing.
make like $20,000 a week, right?
Well, everybody does that thing where they could make $100,000 in a week or whatever, but it's sort of between like 20 and 100, depending on how much crab
but
you catch.
What do they?
They catch
how do they
crab.
catch them? How do they
King
get them?
crab.
Yeah, how do they get them?
They tie bologna to a string and throw it up. What do you mean how they get it? They put a crab cage down there.
Nets, or they have cages?
They have cages, crab pods.
And they cruise into the...
They put them on the ground.
And they have to collect hundreds of cages that they go around doing?
Well, they're their cages.
No, I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out what's so dangerous and so dramatic about it.
Here's how you go crabbing, gentlemen. You take these cages. They're the size of, like 5 foot by 8 foot and about 2 foot high. They're just big cages, hold like 50 king crabs,
And they 50 will climb in there?
Yeah. You know what's got to suck for the king crabs? The female king crabs are king crabs, too. They should be queen crabs.
They should be, yeah.
Yeah, it'd suck if you were a chick crab and they're calling you king crab,
That's unfair.
Plus, king crab just sounds like you're in a bad mood all the time. Hey, look who's here, king crab. Welcome to work. Got any complaints?
Mr. Krabby.
Mr. Krabby. Point is, they put these things out and they chum them. They fill them with, like, fish guts, and they just put them on the floor of Alaska. It's a sea floor.
Deep?
They don't get into how deep. It's probably a couple 100 feet. Water, rough, horrible. Yeah. And then the crabs crawl in, and they just get locked in there, and then they hoist them up.
Are they near a shore, or they're way out?
They're kind of out. They're out at sea. It's real perfect storm crab.
How do they locate?
People die every year.
But why is it there? I mean, what?
Why is it there?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't know how they find the crabs. Right. They just lower them on the seafloor, and during this one particular season, that's when they're running, and they find the cages.
Interesting.
Yeah. And, they always do that thing where they go, my grandfather was a crabber, my father was a crabber, his father before that was a crabber, and his father... I just always want them to say one guy took off. Like they go, my father was a crabber, his father was a crabber, then there was Larry the orthodontist, but then his dad crabbed, and then his father before. This was only one guy. Yeah, he was a dermatologist. And then everyone else, crabbers. You never hear about that one guy who didn't make it. I'd like to be that one guy, Drew.
I have no doubt.
Could you help me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's the...
I pushed the wrong one? Yeah. Let me say this as long as I'm just talking about nothing today.
Yeah, right.
When I realized today when I was doing that Bernie Mac show, I realized when you've arrived, when you're successful.
Yeah,
as a celebrity, business.
You're watching Bernie Mac?
Not me. I wasn't counting myself.
I knew it was you.
I'm just saying, as a male, dig this.
Self-esteem was way too low for that.
Travis, focus, baby. Listen to me now.
You're not talking about crabs no more.
I'm not talking about crabs anymore. Tuned right out with the crab talk.
Bring a great picture there, right?
He's drawing a drum kit.
We're like drawing like happy faces. She draws something, I draw something.
All right, focus over here, AD.
Yeah, I'm here.
Here's how you know you've arrived, and we should all hope that we get to this place one day in business. When you're wearing a tie, a dress shirt, and you pull a shirt or a jersey over it and have to wear that for a minute. Like, that means you own a team. That means you were drafted.
Oh, yeah,
that means you're part of a huge, construction project. When you're wearing a tie and a dress shirt and you have to pull another T-shirt over it. Huge charity organization, whatever it is.
Anything with a logo on it, you have to pull over your tie.
You now own a sports franchise or something. I'm just saying, unsuccessful people never pull a shirt over their
They don't need their
shirt
picture
and tie.
taken with somebody's logo on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if you're super sick, I bet like Arnold Schwarzenegger's done it like 175 times.
I bet you're right.
Drew, have you ever done that?
Never.
See, you haven't arrived.
That's my point.
Travis?
No.
Shayna?
Cool.
No.
Yeah, that's how you know. And if it's a jersey or something, you've really arrived. It means you either
for male, you're just
you own the team or you got drafted first or whatever it is. But putting that tie on, that dress shirt, and then have someone pulling the T-shirt. It's up there with somebody putting a hat on you.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, you can't put it on yourself. They got to put it on while you're being interviewed.
And the hat's got to have a logo.
Drew, put my hat on while I'm talking, and this would be like... It's like
this is how they do it.
I just want to thank God, nobody in the room thought we could do it. Only the guys in the locker room.
It's like a big deal.
I want to thank Pepsi and my sponsors for standing behind me. If somebody puts a hat on you while you're doing an interview, again... You've arrived.
But you notice how they have to screw it on. They're not just slopping it on there.
I'm just saying, I want to come to a point in life where I'm wearing a T-shirt over a tie and dress shirt, and somebody puts a hat on me while I'm being interviewed.
Yes.
I'm so going to do that too one day.
Yes. Yeah, but you can't stage it. That's the problem. You know what I mean? That's like making your own American Idol show in your den or something. Doesn't you have to be there? Yeah. You have to do it.
What about buying your own Hollywood star on Hollywood?
Yeah, see, that is no good.
Weird, you guys.
Cheap, yeah, that is. Oh, are you talking about Seacrest? Yeah, they say
it'd be cool if it was given to you.
Well, did he do that? He got his own, or was given?
He bought it.
Well, I don't.
Oh, that's weird.
Now, I don't know if he bought it, but it does.
Usually it's usually a not-for-profit that raises the money on your behalf to do it, I thought.
But it is weird, isn't it?
Weird. Well, maybe don't you have to have a bunch of people supporting it being done, a certain number of...
Well, Drew, let me ask you this. How do you feel? You've been helping people on the radio for 20 years. You got nothing.
Yeah.
Rick Dees has been doing Heine wine jokes on the air for years, and he has a star.
Yeah. That's
put the hat on me. We're going to break.
It makes me not want the star.
Put the hat on. All right, the Barkers are here. All right, easy. The Barkers are here tonight from Meet the Barkers, Wednesday nights, MTV. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. That's Travis doing a little drumming on the console. Mm-hmm. And Shana's also here as well, his beautiful bride. And they are in a little show called Meet the Barkers, Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock. On MTV. Drew, how I get angry that I have to do all the talking?
Yeah.
It always compounds it when you lean back and yawn while I'm talking.
Oh, I apologize.
Okay.
All
right. Takes a big man to apologize.
No, I could see how that would bother you.
Really?
Yes.
Are you being patronizing there?
No, I'm actually didn't.
Talking down to me?
I always thought you kind of
down to me?
No, sir.
Huh?
I actually thought you wanted me kind of out of the way.
I would like you to leave. Yeah.
Right.
But that big. That big lion napping in the Serengeti yawn Drew likes to pull off in the middle of my scintillating conversation. There you go.
Your voice triggered that. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, there it comes.
All right. We ready to rock?
Let's do.
We're going to talk to Tanya.
Reset. Travis,
reset.
Shana.
Yeah.
Meet the Barkers.
Oh, look. The call fell off. Let's talk to Jessica.
All right.
And then we'll talk to Brian, who's got a question for Travis. Jessica?
Yes?
What's up?
Okay, so I had sex with this guy for the first time last week, and his rhythm was really, really horrible, and I want to know if there's, anything I can do to, fix it, train him or something.
Wow, her voice sounded really familiar.
Yes, the really, really.
Remember the horrible part? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a person that said something like that.
Yeah, they're all patients.
I know,
just call them what they are. Yeah.
I'm really, really
horny.
Horny.
Was that it?
Can you play that drop, Anderson?
I'm really horny.
That one.
Yeah. Play it again, just for kicks.
I'm really horny.
One more time for Daddy.
I'm really horny. Okay.
I love that one, too. Oh, show's so much better on tape. All right, so,
Jessica... Miss Swan from last night, by the way. You've got to have some. Oh, yeah.
Have you called the show before, Jessica?
No, this is my first time calling the show.
Okay.
All right. So, you're 18.
Yeah, I'm 18.
And the guy was how old?
This guy was 35.
35.
Who are people laughing in the background?
That's my friend who's listening to the radio.
It seems like a non-question thing. That's why I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, he had no rhythm in bed.
What does that mean?
He's got a tumor. He
Yeah.
had a seizure. What do you mean?
Well,
what do you want to see?
That's a good question. There are a lot of guys that don't.
It's not a question though. Like, what are we supposed? You can't answer.
Well, you can't. You can't train a guy. He either has it or he doesn't.
Well, you train Travis to receive oral.
Well, he's a drummer. He naturally has rhythm.
No,
you hear that, Adam? You hear that?
No, I know that, but you train him to receive oral.
No, but there's some people that you like. I've obviously been with people in my lifetime, and there's some people you're just not compatible with. Like, they just don't have rhythm, and you need to move on unless you're madly in love with them.
That's what Drew and I thought, but we pushed through.
She's 18. I would just keep on. I'd move on.
Yeah.
You know?
Jessica?
Shake him.
Yeah, I should totally move on. Like, I'm totally not attached to him at all, but he is really hot.
Oh, he is.
No, this is BS.
Yeah.
Maybe you could grab him and kind of like maybe help him with his rhythm next time, and then if he still can't do it, then you should probably shake him.
Not a real question.
You don't believe
We
it?
deem this bogus.
Where'd you meet the guy?
I met the guy at a golf club.
Hmm?
What was he doing?
Golf club?
A goth?
Well, that's why those people
a
can't
golfer,
dance. They dance so crazy.
Yeah.
35-year-old at a golf club?
Yeah.
Was he waiter there?
What was he chaperoning? What was he doing?
She's saying a golf club or a goth?
She said she started, it sounded like golf, and then it went to goth.
Well, I met, he was just dancing, and I was dancing too. And he was a good dancer, and I was like,
Really?
yeah.
Wow. It is amazing. All right, we don't care, but it is amazing how close in sound goth and golf are and how far apart they are in terms of the...
If you're in a golf club or a goth club, it's real extremes. Huh?
Totally different.
Push and pull.
Totally different dude.
Push and pull.
Yeah, it's like me with the ladies. I've been with ladies that don't have an orgasm through intercourse, and I've been with others that don't have an orgasm through intercourse.
Totally opposite.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm all over them. But all over, I've seen this world, Bo.
Cool.
I've been with them all. All right. Oh, yeah. Question for Travis. I think it's a drumming question. The thing I like about Travis is he likes his he likes his instrument.
He
likes
it.
drumming, you know?
Love it.
And, we got a lot of band guys in here. Maybe
Don't seem that interested in... Not
they
just
don't seem that interested in their music per se,
the music,
not
but
really
their instrument
the instruments.
particular.
They're not, yeah, they're interested in... And I'm not just saying they're all about making money and banging chicks on the road, but they're
Well,
sort of,
they are, but besides
well, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Did I sound like I wasn't saying that? But they're interested in, like, when the next CD's coming out, but you never hear them talking about their instrument. And the thing that's funny is Dr. Bruce, who fills in for Drew every once in a while, is a guitar nut, and he tries to talk to lead guitar players about their Strats and their Fenders, and they're like, yeah, whatever, dude, I don't know. So it's weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
But Travis
is into the instrument.
He likes his instrument.
Well, here's a question about it.
All right. Did I punch him out?
No.
Brian?
Yeah?
14. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Before I start, Vika, you, my parents, and all those public service announcements make me never want to live in Los Angeles ever.
Thank you. From San Jose? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They call me the Vicar of Christ, by the way.
Oh, the vicar.
Yes.
You're not the vicar anymore. We have a vicar.
Well, they installed this poser puppet over there at the Vatican. So-called Pope. It's not my Pope. I'm my Pope.
You're the vicar.
I'm the Vicar of Christ. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, I got a poster with my symbols, and it says that, Travis, you're using 18-inch and 19-inch Z customs and a couple other A customs, but I checked the Zildjian website, and it says using, like, a bunch of more A customs and no more Z customs. So I just want to know, like, what's your symbol set up now?
Well, it just changed. Like, lately I've been playing with the DJ all the time, so I'm using, like, little small Ks, like thin symbols, but live I tend to use Zs just because I break so many symbols, but in the studio I always use As.
What do they sound like when they break? They just get cracked and they stop sounding right?
Yeah, they're, like, not even half as loud, and they sound like it's like a sizzle, like an old jazz cymbal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But A's sound really, really great, but if you play really, really hard, they will break like every show, you know, depending on how hard you hit.
What's the difference?
They're thinner, like just basically a thinner cymbal, where Z's are really, really thick, and they really, like, project, and they're really, really loud.
Same tone.
The only way to break Z customs is A, play them with a sledgehammer, or B, drop them from a 3-story building.
It's true.
Where is Zildjian? Is that Indian? Is that an Indian?
Zildjian?
Yeah,
it's Turkish. It's actually it's one of the oldest companies in the world. Like,
yeah,
like
probably
1814 or something.
We have
They're like
signed one from
from Armin Zildjian right before he passed away. Like,
oh really?
Amazing,
Was he the son of?
Yeah, the son of the great.
Let me tell you something about the Zildjians. Armin made cymbals, and his father, and then his father. But then The other guy was a podiatrist.
Falafel store owner.
He ran a falafel store, but then he went back to the symbol playing. Yeah. Zildjian just makes the symbols?
They actually, they make,
Sticks.
my stick bags, my cymbal bags, my sticks. They make, they used to make Noble and Coley snare drums out of brass.
They're still considered making the best symbols, though, right?
Yeah, they're, the biggest by far. Zildjian's here, and the next, their competitors here.
Are they all made in Turkey, or they farm them out to Mexico?
Yes, they're all made there, and then they come here. And then they have a factory in Detroit, actually.
Oh, really?
There you go.
So,
yeah.
But, yeah, they're a good family of people over there.
Drew, how come here in California we never seem to get anyone's factories? You know what I mean?
Because this is an effed up state when it comes to businesses. Because we have huge taxes and regulation.
I know, because
and OSHA.
BMW is looking to build their Z3 Roadster. They're going to North Carolina.
They would never come to California.
Nothing
Why
ever
would
comes
they?
here.
Why?
You know what they do
what's in it
here,
for
though?
them?
What do they do
A
here?
lot of high fashion stuff now is all made in LA, and they make really small minimums, and they sell them for super high price. But it's all done domestic. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but I
That's
wanna-
about it, though.
I want to tour a car factory, not see a bunch of Guatemalan chicks hunched
Well, we
over
don't.
a
Yeah,
sewing machine.
it's like we don't have industry.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, we
nothing.
don't.
Yeah, it's not home of. You know what I want? I
Yeah.
want something like John Deere Tractors is out of this place, and Caterpillar, the big factories, I want to take a tour of a big factory.
Look at Flint, Michigan now.
That's what I want. I want to take a tour of a car factory.
We had aerospace.
Nah, I know, but I didn't get to tour any of those factories.
Even though your stepdad worked there. But
You know the only factory I got to tour?
Helms Bakery.
No. Laurie's seasoning plant.
Oh, I love Laurie's seasoning, though. I put that on everything.
It's life in the fast lane. You could only the mind reels when you imagine how those spices were crushed into powder. It is amazing. And when you walk away with that mini packet of taco seasoning, you're on cloud 9, my friend.
But what about we have Budweiser here, right?
We do have
Budweiser.
We do have a Budweiser
Couple of
factory.
beer-
Is there a Miller?
Miller.
Yeah.
We got a Miller. There's a couple of beer places. I want to make something, though. I want to take one of those things where they make cars or make machinery or farming equipment or something. That's what I want. I want to see some farm equipment.
Oh.
Drew, open a factory, would you please?
Let's go.
All right. And you know what? Make a whole bunch of stuff that only I'm interested in.
Cars.
Vibrators.
Vibrators.
Yeah. I did tour a factory. Where they do the vibrators.
Oh, yeah?
They do all these poor women. There's all these chicks from Honduras who are sewing fake pubes onto nut sacks. They're just coming right down the assembly line. It is horrible. I'll tell you something. Normal factory jobs suck when something's coming down a conveyor belt, but if a hairdryer is coming down a conveyor belt and you have to put the heat shroud on 5 million of them a day, that job sucks. When it's Ron Jeremy's joint coming down the thing, now you got sucks and humiliated. You know what I mean?
And you can't talk about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you can. You just have to be an open pig about it. You just have to go.
Yeah, but
yeah. What do you do?
Female.
Yeah. What do you wear? Where do you work? Yeah, the factory. Well, what are you guys building over there? Don't worry about it.
Some stuff.
Yeah, I'm in charge of quality control.
Some latex products.
I make sure the urethra goes at least 1/4 inch into Ron's penis. If it's no deeper, I'll have to auger it out with an awl. Okay. All right. And I sniff. You know what I would do? If I owned that factory, I'd hire one person just to sniff everything that came down the line.
Nice.
Just because I was cruel. It'd be worth the $9 an hour to me. Yeah. Started that factory, Drew. Manny?
Yo.
28?
Hey, how's it going there, Adam?
Good.
Good. Hey, I'm just got a question to Dr. Drew about my wife here. She's been breastfeeding. We've about a year now. Our daughter's about a year old, and she lost. I guess I would say sex drive. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know. It's just I say within the year. We've probably only had sex about five times, I would say.
Yes, women often lose their sex drive for the year after delivery, whether or not they are breastfeeding, but especially when they are breastfeeding.
Especially.
Yeah. And has she been depressed? Oh, you can make sure your wife doesn't get pregnant now?
I have no idea. We're happy, It's just,
okay, she's okay, but she needs to talk to her doctor about this. There actually are ways to kind of get things going again.
Okay, I think maybe she's on a birth control. I guess does that?
Well, that can shut things down or kickstart things. So if she is still shut down now in spite of the birth control, She had to go back to her doctor and talk about this. What birth control is she on?
It's the one that they give her a shot, I guess.
Okay, that app, Manny, that's the worst one for sex drive for many women.
Right.
That'll shut them down. So you really need to
it's bad.
Yeah, that's a common side effect of that shot. So you talk to her doctor about getting her back on a pill or the patch.
I mean,
maybe.
what would be the best? Just get it, just like regular birth control pills?
Yeah, the triphasic pill sometimes, for some women, it's a little better in terms of restoring sex drive after pregnancy. Okay?
All right, Manny.
All right, sounds
good luck.
All
Good question.
Travis, I'm a big fan of Travis, too.
Hey, thank you, man. Good luck with yourself, man.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. I like a guy named Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manny's are always nice
Manny's
guys.
a good guy. You don't want him representing you in court. He's showing up in a tank top, but he's got a beer. But he's a good guy to hang with. Manny will help you out. Hey, Manny, I got dropped the tranny on the El Camino on Saturday. Can you come by? All right. You know what I mean? He's a good man. Everyone should know Manny.
A place called Manny's Pizza in Pasadena.
Not the
I had
same.
Manny as a nanny.
Really?
Manny the nanny.
Manny.
Wow.
What was her name? Manny and...
Mercedes and Manny.
Mercedes and Manuel.
They were husband and wife.
Oh.
They were a team.
Yep.
Yeah, Mercedes is a crazy Latin name. Yeah, ironic. I mean, not from
It's like
Germany.
a stage name or something, like for a stripper. It's
But
weird.
Manny's
Driving
make
a
great
Tercel, but it's got the Mercedes. Now, see, when you name Mercedes, and there's a Porsche name too, you got to have a nice ride when you name Porsche or Mercedes.
Yeah.
And you normally
But
don't.
it can't be a Porsche.
It could.
Okay, all right.
It could. All right. You have Domino's Pizza? Have you heard? Do you know? You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
It's nice.
Hey, it's cool. Hey, everybody. Yeah. Loveline, that's what I'm talking about. There's something called the Nervous Return. Is it the Nervous Return or is it Nervous Return?
It's the Nervous Return.
Yeah, and that's a band that's on your label.
Yes, sir.
Well, we hope they get big enough to one day be on this show.
Hey, thank you. I hope they do, too.
We will get back to the phones and speak to...
Tanya. Yeah.
Tanya?
Yeah.
Tanya?
Yep.
21?
Yep.
What's up?
I cannot have an orgasm during intercourse.
That's most women. Especially your age, 21. That's an Adam series.
Hold on. I've been with women who can't have an orgasm with intercourse, and I've been with women who can't have an orgasm with intercourse. So I've been with all kinds of women.
Very common, Tanya.
It really sucks, and it's really frustrating for my boyfriend. And, I mean, we've tried everything, and it's not just him. I've never been able to. But I can, I can masturbate and do it.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that when he's doing his thing?
It doesn't work that way.
Right.
I don't know. It's
That's
only
the way,
like if I do it or
by the way, that's part of Adam's series, too. Women that try to masturbate and don't have an orgasm during intercourse.
They actually have these cool little, vibrator bullet things that you can put on your finger.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really tiny, and you can use it when you have intercourse.
And it goes right above your boyfriend/husband's penis.
Two guys in here.
And your old man can feel good at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot of women just cannot do this during intercourse. It's almost like having something inside is inhibitory. Mm-hmm. And you can have it with oral sex, though, Tanya, right?
But it takes really, really long time. So
that will get better with time. As you get older, that will get better.
Here's where I decided that women were just sort of orgasmic troublemakers. Because, I can totally get off with my vibrator. All right, put the vibrator on when your boyfriend's out. No. It's like me saying, I love crushed walnuts. I love ice cream, but don't put them on the ice cream.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, it's better. Any guy just, look, you like pizza, you like pepperoni, you like a pepperoni pizza.
How dare you? No, can't handle that.
That's how women are. The hell is that? You got all the ingredients.
There is a woman
there.
here. Why don't we ask her?
Yeah, but she's not that way.
I know. And
she's
by the way,
the
women that are not that way,
straight from heaven,
think the other ones are either lying or just haven't figured it out yet or met the right guy, when in fact they're just wired differently.
No, I was that way when I was younger. But I think when you get into more intimate, deeper relationships and you actually take the time to get to know each other's bodies and your own body, then it becomes much more easier. And I think it takes a lot of the relaxation.
You got to understand how profoundly different that is than the male.
Yes.
Even the idea of that is confusing to a male.
Yeah.
It's like you need time and... what?
Yeah, but maybe if her old man cares about pleasing her, maybe they can really get in touch with what really gets her off or what really excites her, you know?
I don't know if
they haven't gone there. If it's, you know what I mean? Maybe they're not that close yet or something.
I agree, and a lot of women I think, obviously guys don't need this, but women especially, they need to find a guy and they need to dial him in.
Yeah.
And a lot of women just sort of sit back and take a passive role and say, hey, he doesn't do it for me, and I've been with him for 3 years.
But it's like
you have to train him.
But
I know they don't know to do it.
Hey, that's what I found with blowjobs. I found something that I liked that she did.
But there's no...
And I told her about it, and then it gets better. You know what I mean?
There's no drive, no motivation to do it.
I want to strangle Travis right now. Didn't like BJ's, but he came around. What a big man. Not playing his drums, getting a BJ. What a life. Looking at Maybachs, kicking tires. Yeah, can't fit the drum kit in a Lamborghini. I guess I could get a BJ in this car. Well, I'm not a big fan. Let's keep going. All right. Meet the Barkers, everybody. It is Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock. We will take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back with Chandra. Feels like boyfriend's penis is hitting her in the back of the vagina. Bottoming out. You know what that's like? You know what that's like for a guy?
No, do you know what that's like for a woman?
We do that. We do that sometimes. There's positions that we can't do.
I'm really angry. I'm really angry. I'm livid now. No, but like hitting, you know, as it's a compliment, but you know what it's like? It's like going for a dunk and hitting your head on the backboard. It's painful, but man, everyone's like, wow, you hit your head on the back. Yeah, I usually have to move it when I jam because I'll catch it on the rim. Wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the rim feel about it? How's the backboard feel about it?
I don't know. How about those guys who have to run out with the mop? Oh, those little kids.
They have that? Travis?
Yeah. Okay. In the bedroom. We'll take they're wearing Lakers.
It's getting weird.
Windbreakers. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Yeah, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Travis Barker here tonight. Shanna Barker here. I guess we should call you Moakler, right? Or you go by Barker?
I go by either or. I still haven't officially changed because I have to go to the DMV and the Social Security, and it's been a little crazy busy, so...
But are you cool? I mean, you cool with Barker?
Cool? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm very proud of being Mrs.
Cool.
Barker.
Are you cool?
Yes.
You cool?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You need another wine cooler, my lady? That's my line at the party. So here's the thing. Uh-oh, someone's smoking weed.
Oh, yeah. Someone was smoking.
Wow. Woo! Skunk just blew in here.
I feel like Shana has my headphones. I'm not that high. I'm like, she has my headphones.
I had them on, too, and I was like, God, these sound so weird. Why am I echoing? Like, this is crazy. But
yeah, you smell like
let me hear
Ho.
yours. Let me hear yours so I can hear how it's
Wow. Smoking.
I don't like yours. I like mine. This is weird.
Hello.
That's good weed.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I just smelling it.
Nice. Yeah, what's an eighth run these days? I think I get back into the weed.
You can buy like a good like half ounce of like Kush for like $500 or something.
What's Kush?
I don't know.
What's the best weed?
It's the best weed. It's the Kush weed. And
is it grown out here or is it grown?
I think it's grown out here. Yeah, but it's all natural. There's no chemicals in it. You know.
You ever eat pot?
No, I like the whole like. I stopped smoking for years, like smoking cigarettes, and I started smoking marijuana just because it mellows you out, and you know what I mean. I always I run myself ragged. I work too much, you know, so I always do it at the end of the night. But I like the whole act of smoking, so I don't like use the vaporizer, and I don't put it in my cookies or my brownies, you know.
Yeah, you ever use one of those vaporizers, Drew?
No, I've never done that.
It's weird.
Headphones back.
Yeah. Heats the pot up, like super heats the pot.
Headphone Nazi, hold on.
But it doesn't turn into smoke. It turns into vapor.
Oh.
A lot of doctors recommend it to their chronic pot smoking people who like sing and stuff.
Right, you don't get chronic bronchitis from it.
Yeah,
everyone smokes pot regularly gets chronic bronchitis. That's the
really?
thing. Yeah, very common.
Hey, what do you think's worse for you, Dr. Drew? Do you think smoking cigarettes is worse for you, or smoking like natural weed?
Natural weed.
Well, like good weed. You know,
tobacco's a natural product too. It's a plant.
No, I saw like a hypnotist, and he told me there's 350 poisons in cigarettes.
They're 350, yeah. Because there's like 325, I'd be cool with it. The 350,
yeah.
over the top. There's no doubt that for your overall health, in terms of what's going to kill you, nicotine's worse, and what kills people in this country, nicotine's worse. But pot, when it really gets a grip on people, it's very difficult to stop, and it will cause brain changes.
Why? What is so different about the cigarette smoke and the marijuana smoke? I mean, at least you get the filter in marijuana, right?
In cigarettes.
I mean, I'm sorry, in cigarettes. One is tobacco. They're both just leafy plants that people dry out and smoke.
Right.
Is there that much processing going on in cigarettes?
No, the carcinogens are released from the tobacco with the smoke.
But doesn't marijuana have the same smoke?
No, it doesn't.
It's not the same kind of smoke.
Thing. Yeah, it's different.
So it's like burning a tobacco leaf right off the plantation and burning a marijuana plant would be different smoke. In terms of your body.
Different smoke. And the marijuana irritates the lungs, but doesn't cause the vascular damage. We don't think, at least, the way the tobacco does.
Yeah, I see these ads every once in a while in these sort of drug-free America campaigns and stuff where they're like, what they don't tell you is a lot of parents would freak out if their kids smoke cigarettes, but they don't say anything over marijuana. They don't realize one marijuana joint is equivalent to 4 cigarettes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. People smoke 30 cigarettes a day.
You really only need to smoke one joint.
Not even one.
I need to smoke a little more.
I need to smoke a little bit more, too.
One in a roach. The point is, idiots, you've made your point, but if the person's only smoking, they're not in a rock band, but most people take a couple draws off a roach or a joint. Most people who smoke pot, or a lot of people who smoke pot, may smoke less than half a joint.
And again, that data is more on specifically airway damage to lungs, and just airway damage to lungs. Nothing to do with heart disease.
But
other things.
It's equivalent if you have a few hits off a roach when you come home at night. It's like smoking 2 cigarettes a day.
Right.
So they don't really couch it that way. It's as if you smoke 20 joints a day instead of 20 cigarettes a day.
Right.
All right.
The point is, if people are going to try to educate
Travis is going to try, by the way, for the 20 joints a day.
They should not try tricking them. Just be very direct with what the information is. They'll figure it out for themselves.
Right. All right. And by the way, telling a 19-year-old that it's worse for you than cigarettes doesn't mean anything to a 19. It's like telling a 19-year-old Pepsi's bad for you. Start drinking orange juice. So they're like, who cares? I'm skinny. I'm young. What do I care?
Right.
All right. No, I was talking about me. Right?
You, of course.
I'm skinny. I'm young.
Yeah, you are, sir.
Chandra?
Young.
Yes.
Chandra?
Yes.
You're 22?
Yeah.
Oh, your boyfriend. His penis is bottoming out.
Yes, I'm a little concerned because it's kind of a recent development, and it's really not that long. I know you'd hate to say that, but...
Well, as long as you don't say it on national radio or anything.
Yeah, he's cool. Keep it under your hand.
Have you guys changed positions?
It usually happens if we're doing, like, doggy style, or he's, like, on top of me.
Right.
But
where does that leave?
Get a liberator.
Oh. What's that?
Seriously,
a grommet?
They position the girl in like a comfortable
dynamical pillows or whatever. There's really great pillows, and they kind of put the woman in a very comfortable position.
We conceived our son on one.
Yeah, they're amazing, and they're very comfortable, and they help with that.
Wait. What are these things?
They're
like a triangle.
They're designed for sex?
Yeah, designed for sex. And for conceiving on them and stuff. But they're fun. You can have a lot of fun with them. But
where do you get them?
You can get them at like
sex shops,
pleasure shops, or adult shops.
Futons Plus has
and magazines like Vogue and Cosmopolitan have them in the back. You know, they're not as Playboy has them.
You go to the High Times.
But some people like the doggy style. They're not going to stop doing that. So
no, you use it doggy style, but it's like a triangle pillow.
Like the girl gets to rest her tummy and her boobies on there. You know what I mean? Like so she's not on all
I got
fours.
one. I've had one. Let me just give you a little tip. Pay the extra and get the Scotch guarding.
Oh,
yeah. It doesn't. I tried to save a few bucks.
And you know, if you have children, our daughter pulls our son around on it, like around the house.
They think it's like a gymnastics toy or something.
Or like a piece of furniture. It's not dirty or anything.
Yeah.
Is it a orthopedic thing, like one of those soft?
Yeah, it's like
absolutely.
one of those, but it's really like it's super comfortable. And it helps.
No, it's like when
Travis is large.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
stroking his ego.
Adam's going to beat the crap.
Very well endowed, my husband is.
Adam's going to be waiting for me in the
You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me tell you this
but
about
to a ball, because it can be comfortable.
Yeah, unwieldy.
Too big, Adam.
Hard
He's
to
too
wield.
big.
He's too
Hard to
big.
handle.
It's awful.
Whereas I got no problems. No, here's the thing.
You've been with all kinds of women.
Here's women
that don't orgasm.
Women that can't have an orgasm with intercourse, and others that can't have an orgasm with intercourse. That's our new drug, Drew. All right. Now, here's what I'm going to say about Travis.
That in with the rape
I bet you Travis has a large penis, but I bet
he's a skinny guy.
I bet part of it is the frame that it's on.
Yeah.
He's as thick as he is long.
He has a narrow waist and not a ton of ass. And therefore, he's like, it's like a big mailbox on a small lawn.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if you had a big old lawn, now I'm saying not a nice penis. I'm sure, but made even bigger by
the fact.
See, when you have a guy who's has a 2% body fat and goes $150 and he has a big dong on him, it is that much more impressive.
No, it does. If you're skinny or if you're in shape, it makes your...
Yeah, it's much better.
You look different.
Yeah.
If you don't have a big old gut. Or, you know
listen, who are you talking to? You got Drew over here.
I know you guys are both in shape, and you outran me one time. I was thinking about that the other day, but I want to re-challenge you because I'm in shape now. It was like a couple years ago when I was smoking a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But you killed me. He murdered me in a race.
We did something down at the NFL Experience, I think,
San
for
Diego.
the Super Bowl. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I ran around with Blink-182.
It was so fun. He kicked our butt at every sport. It was rad.
No, I think Mark may have won in the sprint. All right. Where are we, Drew? What's going on? Oh, she's bottoming
out.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Liberator. Buy the Liberator. Seriously.
So, Chandra.
Yeah, but aren't you going to bottom out even deeper on the Liberator?
No, like we've had that problem before.
Oh, you had the bottom out problem.
Yeah, like in certain positions, and then when we have the Liberator, there's no problem.
It's
crazy.
Chandra, so the deal is its position, and whether it's Liberator or whether you're more careful with your doggy style or avoid doggy style.
Oh, you got to get the new one with the cup holders, too.
The beer?
It's not like a beverage.
Coffee.
I run dry.
Well, he can always chill out a little bit too, right? Like he doesn't have to go.
That's right.
I like to replenish
he needs to know. I'm sure he's impressing himself by doing this, but he has to know that it hurts you. And what he's doing is he's hitting up against your cervix. That's what happens.
Yeah, it feels like I'm losing my breath.
Yeah, well, it's a visceral experience.
Well,
it's pushing on your guts.
Tell him to slow it down a little bit. All right?
All right.
I mean, he can do that. He can not bottom out. Just tell him not to get a running start.
Or maybe she can be on top. That way she can control.
You control the depth.
But it sounds like he's not into that. It sounds like he's into his thing.
Well, no, I'm into I'm into the doggy style, too. It's just occasionally it bottoms out and it hurts.
Dr. Drew, I have a question.
Yeah.
Does it affect women when they have their periods or stuff like that? Would that make a difference? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some swelling and some vascular congestion down there then, so it's more easy to hit it, and it's more irritable. It hurts more.
Let me tell you what I would do. I mean, it's no Liberator, but it's a cheap fix. I like to work with wood. You see, I have skills outside the studio as well, and if you're using a drill bit and you're drilling like a multi-hole in a partition or something, you don't want to pop through the other side. Sometimes
exactly.
Put a little thing of tape around it so you know when to stop.
Tape around the drill bit.
Yeah, why not do that with the penis?
Absolutely.
A little piece of duct tape at the halfway point. Perfect. That's as far as you
go.
There you go. A little visual reminder.
How about some sort of some of those drills that release when they get to the other side?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, neurosurgeons have these things that if they're drilling through the skull, it just stops it when it gets to the...
Oh, when it breaks there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need
I'm a
like
woodworker, not a neurosurgeon.
I'm just saying. We're talking about the body here.
Okay,
something for the
penis that releases?
Yeah.
I've seen those. I do look in the magazines, and I see those Liberator things, and it always takes me a minute. Like, there's always a hot chick.
Yeah, you're always like confused.
Every
like, what's going
different.
on here?
Like Playboy, it's sexy, and they're all like naughty on it, and then
in hardcore
Cosmo,
magazines,
they're all
raunchy,
like just kind of like sweet next to it, you know.
I should invest in this company.
Yeah,
you should.
Be the spokesperson.
Let's buy it. Let's buy the patent.
Doctor.
Let's buy the Liberator.
Yeah,
and you can build a factory.
And we'll call it the Destroyer. We'll change. We'll ramp it up a little bit.
And I'll immediately make modification, like your company's logo here, drink holders, like I said, the Scotch guarding.
Yeah, you can put
a good one.
Porno on the things.
Ooh, little video, little heads-up video display for the fellas.
Make one that's like a mirror, like so people could see.
Ooh,
look at that.
Love the Travis design.
I'll do like a signature series, and me and Shane will be in the ad.
Yeah, you put the symbol up there, so when you orgasm, ping.
Yeah, you hit splash symbols when you orgasm.
Yeah, hi-hat if you can't get a boner. And you do the SpongeBob one for the kids who like to play with it, drag them around.
Of course.
Wow, this is awesome. This is a moneymaker. We probably said too much.
Yeah. Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
Take these ideas and run with them. All right, let's take a little break here. We have Travis and Shanna tonight from Meet the Barkers. We will Imagine with that Liberator. That thing must get a funk going after a few months. couple of summers on that Liberator. I think that smell like just one pile of sack. Imagine that thing. You got to send that thing out every once in a while.
Sack and semen.
Just one big mess. You can send that every once in a while. Just bring that through the coin-out car wash and just take it and give it a good hose.
I take it outside and hose it down when I do the car or something every once in a while.
Just hit it good every once in a while, and then a quick coat of Armor All and right back into the bedroom. All right, we'll be right back after this. Yeah, everybody, it's Loveline, man. That's Dr. Drew, Shane and Travis here tonight. They watched the fabulous program, Meet the Barkers. Now you have a 1-year-old, and Shana, you have like a 4-year-old.
I have a 6-year-old from a previous relationship.
Oh, is she 6?
She's 6, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and then I have a 1.5-year-old Travis, and I have a 1.5-year-old little boy.
And is that Oscar De La Hoya's girl?
Yes.
And how's he doing? Is he around? Does he take care of her? Does he see her? Give you some money?
He's financially responsible, but
no, he didn't call on her birthday. He didn't
really.
No.
He takes care of her, but he's not very.
What's I mean, I don't want to turn this to a mudslinging thing, but is he angry? Or is it just out of it?
I don't know. I don't speak with him. I don't really, just kind of moved on.
Did his parents not take care of him?
No, his mom was around, and she died, and
she passed
biggest
away,
fan, and all that stuff, and his dad was around. Yeah, it's weird.
That is weird.
Well, I mean, most guys just sort of are, however they were raised, that's how they raise their kids. If their folks are around, then they're around.
Yeah, I think there's more going on than that, but it's, it is what it is, and I've made amends with it and moved on, and actually, in a better place.
This song's the check clears. But,
right?
Now, then Travis could adopt her if he wanted at some point, right?
Yeah, I don't think Oscar would allow that. I don't know why, but I could go back to court and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I think he'd be in a position not to allow it.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that stuff works.
Yeah.
I don't know how the adoption... I know a lot of stepdads adopt their kids, but I don't know if you need the permission of the guy, or you can just prove it.
Yeah, no, you have to go to court, and you have to
prove it's not been available.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But I mean, Oscar's her father, and Trav's her daddy, and that's kind of how we look at it.
I like that.
I love her just like she's mine.
Yeah.
They have a really special relationship, and Trav's really wonderful with her. So, if there was a problem where she was asking me about him and things like that, I guess I would look more into it. But she's really well balanced, and she's in a really amazing place. I think we've done a really great job. So
yeah, she gets a lot of love.
A lot of love.
Yeah, she could have got stuck with my stepdad, John. Said 3 words to the guy the entire time. No, nice guy.
No factory tour.
Not sure what he does. Yeah,
works in a factory.
Well, he works at. Here's the
That's
thing.
all you wanted is a factory tour.
I really love military aircraft, and he works building military aircraft at Lockheed, but he can't talk about it because he's got one of them security things, So that was about it.
Do you think he actually has that, or maybe he's just paranoid and won't talk about it?
You may be right, because one time I went to talk to him about the beach, and he said he had a security problem, so he can't talk about the ocean. Yes, it made me suspicious at the time. You're right.
Yes.
It made me think maybe he just didn't want to talk.
Right.
All right.
And then he's got his tools chained down.
No, I'm, yeah. Oh, my family. What a mess. Bunch of losers. Tell you what. But, it was weird, because one day when I was, in high school, I heard my stepdad call into a radio talk advice show.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
About what?
Impotence.
Damn stepkids.
What was it?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, he was having a beef with the neighbor or something.
Wow.
And here's the thing. It was weird.
But that's a paranoid thing, too.
I was just listening, and dude, don't make fun of people who call in talk radio shows.
I'm just saying, the neighbor thing, the security suspicion thing, the chain down.
Everyone's a mess in my
tools.
Family. Even the outsiders, even the non-blood ones are a mess.
Did you ever see the neighbor do anything?
No, they're having an argument or something. I don't know what the topic is. The point is she was like, "Do you have any kids?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got some stepkids." And I was like, uh-oh.
Here we go.
I'm sexually attracted to the boy. I smell his underpants when he says school every day. I was like, uh-oh, brace. You know that weird position you get in? Prepare for weirdness?
Yes.
It's like that crash position you get in. It's a prepare for weirdness.
Tuck and cover.
Yeah, it's like when your wife gets drunk and it's at a dinner party. It's like, oh, back in the day, uh-oh, brace for weirdness. Something weird could happen.
Yeah.
Brace for weirdness, and it was good. Because he was like, I don't get along with the girl that much, but the boy's cool. And I realized. I looked down, I saw my penis, and I said, yes. That's me. That is me. Let me tell you something, Drew.
Yeah.
I've been with all kinds of women.
Some have orgasms? Some don't have orgasms.
Some have orgasm with intercourse. Others don't have orgasm with intercourse.
Some not with oral sex?
Some not with oral sex.
Some not with intercourse.
Matt?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Adam? I'm a big fan of yours, and Dr. Drew, I love your guys' work.
Thank you.
I just I have this big problem. I've been wanting to see this stripper, right? Her name is Crystal, and I'm like, I don't know what to do because I'm like really in love with her. I can't go every day without stop thinking about her.
Yeah, but that's just because you're a loser. It's not because you're in love.
I don't know if that's the reason. I don't really know. It's just.
Have you ever had any kind of relationship with her?
No, not really.
Have you ever talked to her?
Yeah, we talk all the time. I take her out to breakfast once in a while when she gets out of work. I go up and see her all the time.
Breakfast is dinner for strippers, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You make out with her or anything?
I just don't know really what to do about it, and I was hoping I could get some advice.
All right. Well, we've throw Drew out of the mix, but I'm guessing Travis has been to a strip joint or two.
Yeah. Hey, do you kiss her and stuff? Like, does she show interest in you?
Yeah, she always kisses me, and she does show interest.
No, her kissing you and you
like
kissing is different.
Not like a kiss, not like a a bona fide kiss. Like, does she kiss you and touch you and mess with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've gotten tongue action?
Once.
That's not always kissing, by the way.
Well, again,
you darting your tongue like a sidewinder into her mouth while she's giving you a peck on the cheek. It's not tongue action.
But you're getting involved with somebody that may not be capable of having a relationship. This may be all she can do.
Not with him.
I don't know if I should just come forward and ask her and tell her my feelings.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
That's gonna freak her out.
You know what, man? I wouldn't talk to her about anything. I would just hang out with her and enjoy her. Man, you're young, and I don't know if you want an old lady. At the end of the day, that's a stripper. It might be good right now, and it might look cool right now, but down the road,
Yeah, when you're in your 50s, Travis, she's still dancing.
No, I am guilty. My wife always teases me. That's all I used to mess with is strippers. But at the end of the day, man, it's unfulfilling. It's cool for the moment, but it all depends on what you want, though, man.
Well, that's why you go to the next one, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you're ready to move on real quick,
I can't stop thinking about her. It's like when I'm away from her, it's like I'm physically sick.
All right, well, hold on, Matt.
That's not normal,
Let me straighten you out. The reason, first off, when you get these sort of obsessions with people, it usually means the rest of your life is not going too well.
And you may have an obsessive-compulsive trait, too.
Okay. Is this a totally nude place or topless?
Totally nude.
Uh-oh. That just means she's a little nuttier.
Yeah. Have you had sex with her yet?
Hell no.
No. Well, maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe if he has sex with her,
he's not in a band, that trash. You're talking to him like he said, the fourth member of Blink. the guy works at a Jiffy Lube. He's not getting that kind of tail. Yeah. Look, Matt, next time you go out with her at night. Have a couple of cocktails and see if you can go somewhere. Don't profess. Okay, just have one cocktail then. Don't profess your love to her. You'll freak her out. That's the only shot. You got to go. She's spinning you around.
I think you got to break. You got to break the habit.
It's never going to work.
This is like an addiction.
Just don't do anything stupid.
Yeah. Right.
Okay?
Just enjoy yourself.
Which really, in Matt's case, will be not doing anything.
It's like sometimes enjoy yourself with heroin.
Actually, I have a lot of girlfriends who are dancers, and what they do with a lot of young guys like this is they just kind of use them for even the smallest amount of money that they can get.
Yeah, so don't spend no bread on her. Don't,
That Rootin' Tooty Fresh and Fruity at 4 in the morning buying is way too much. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Facial. Yeah. Come on, Drew. Up top. Up top. Up top. Yeah. All right, everyone. That's the Barkers. God bless them. You kids come back anytime. We're still on the air, Travis. Meet the Barkers Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock on MTV. I'll be watching this Wednesday, and then next Wednesday I'll watch Drew's show, and we'll go back and forth.
No TiVo, though. No TiVo.
Thanks, guys. Always good seeing you guys again.
Thank you so much for having us.
And until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.